Hello everyone, and welcome back for another Sabbath School Nugget. Thursday's lesson draws our attention to what the Bible refers to as the second death. The book of Revelation tells us that when the 1,000 years have passed, it will be time to return to planet Earth. The New Jerusalem with all of its hosts of heaven return to planet Earth. At this point, all of the wicked dead who had ever lived on planet Earth are resurrected. Imagine their surprise when they rise from their graves and, like the righteous dead, the first thing they see is Jesus. But what they see is Jesus, not on a cloud, but Jesus sitting on a throne as king and ruler of the New Jerusalem. It doesn't take them long to figure out that they are lost. But they also discover something else, that during their time in the grave, they had been asleep. That they had not gone to some place of eternal torment, but they had been asleep in their graves, waiting for this moment. Unfortunately, they're also about to discover another truth, that sin has a beginning, and now it's about to come to an end. And Jesus has come to cleanse his universe from the curse of sin, along with it, those who chose their sin over God's offer of salvation. There they stand outside the gates of the New Jerusalem, and who shows up? But Satan himself. He knows that he has lost his war against Christ, but he's not going to go down without a fight. In one last desperate attempt, he inspires the mob to engage in one last act of rebellion, one last act of war against God. And how does God respond to this last act of rebellion? Now with salvation, there is no second chance. He responds with judgment. Jesus is sitting on his throne, and he appears in all of his Shekinah glory. And as the lesson points out, our God is a consuming fire. As the saints look upon the face of the Lamb who redeemed them from the foundation of the world, they look into his glory and they find that they are consumed by Jesus' glory and his love, and they're going to live in that consuming love for all eternity. But on that day, the wicked lost will look upon the face of the Lamb, and instead of finding salvation and love, what they find is they are lost. As they look at Jesus' face, they are too consumed by Jesus' glory. Only for this group, they are consumed by condemnation and guilt as they are judged for the sins they had committed. And in the end, they, along with Satan, will be consumed, never to rise again. But notice that before they die, they make one last confession, that God is indeed fair and their punishment is just. Two groups of people, both to be consumed for all eternity. One to be consumed by love and the other to be consumed by death. For both, the effects will be eternal. And here's the thing, you get to choose. And I hope you choose life. Thank you for joining us. I'll see you tomorrow.